And back. And I will quit Equestria Bound. I wish I could quit Equestria Bound, but it just never stops. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so what we're going to do though is we're going to take this advantage, especially because we're not probably, not definitely, but probably not going to have a real proper Let's Read this week because Soundspeed and Cabral are both going to Fiesta Equestria, and the planning for that is taking up most of their time. However, that doesn't mean we can't do anything Let's Read related, as there is a story. There is a magical story that we started last week on the stream that we're going to continue this week.
2 hours later.
Oh my goodness. Anyway,
Sure.
silly bullshit aside, let's get to the silly bullshit.
Yes, let's stop putting it off.
Gentlemen, ladies, children of all ages, creeds, sexual orientations, gender identities,
Species.
and ethnicities. Welcome, one and all, to My Brave Unicorn, Starfleet Magic, Part 2, Episode 1, Part 1. Evil
There
Return.
There were many different countries, cities, and other places on the planet of Unicornucopia. All were named after their specific colors and other various details, much in the same manner as Pokemon. And the world's populace consisted entirely of alicorns, genetically altered, giving them human-like bodies. Space alicorns!
I love it. It's like, yes, we've designed them to look like humans. What's a human? I don't know.
Each and every one of them had their own specific ID code printed on their clothing near the unicorn insignia, like Lightning had, like having a citizen number.
Because Nazi illusions are the best thing for your heroes to have.
George Orwell was displeased. The alicorns themselves usually went on with their daily, normal lives. Children went to school and played with friends, while adults had jobs and things to do. Lightning was settling into his new house in White Village.
This is like, yes, we're a civilization that puts barcodes on people, and our main character lives in White Village, home of the white people. He's a white alicorn living in White Village.
I don't know though. The color theme has also been done in Pokemon, so this might, but you notice Pokemon used, names like Celeron and things that sound more like a name. They're not the everyday colors you use.
Yeah.
White Village, Blue Town.
Welcome to our wonderful
Red Municipality.
I don't know. I'm just waiting till we come to like the evil alternate universe version of this place, which is Black Village, where all of the black people live, and then the awkward implications just pile up and pile up.
Take me down to the Paradise Borough where the grass is labeled because the girls are thorough.
That's actually really good.
I stole it from Randall Monroe.
Okay, fair enough. Anyway, continuing.
A quiet, soft, suburban area, and had just finished unpacking his things with Krista's help. Even though Krista was small, it was known that she had the ability to lift up to 3,000 times her own weight, meaning she was capable of lifting upward of 1,360 pounds.
What? Hold on. Also, this I have to check real quick. Okay, so she can lift something 3,000 times her own weight. So she weighs...
A little under half a pound.
Yeah, hold on. Divide by
It's like
3,000. She weighs
like
less
seven
than
and a
half
quarter
a pound.
ounces. Yeah, she was like 7¼ ounces.
Yeah, 4.5, 3 repeating, like 0 pounds. That's... What? And can lift 1,360 pounds? The fuck?
And doesn't she fly? So she's having. So it's not even like lifting above you when you're on the ground. She's having to support all that with beating wings.
What the fuck?
Maybe it's like that tactile telekinesis thing that they had Superman have for a while as an explanation for his strength.
Yeah, I was going to joke that, like, I guess she's just, like, essentially a black hole, just, like, so insanely dense that, like, her mass makes up for her, size. But no, that's her weight. That's not her size, that's her weight. So, just, no.
Her size is going to make it even worse, because then she's putting all that pressure on a single point.
Yeah,
it will just break the object she's holding.
Yeah, so basically, this is, like, the dumbest bullshit. Oh my god, she is basically, her only attack when she fights people should be that she is essentially a bullet. That she flies into people and punches straight through them. Because she
With 1,360 pounds of force.
Yeah.
Which is way more than a bullet.
Yeah, no. She hits people like a fucking atom bomb, basically. Jesus Christ. But no, she's a lady, and if this is anything like the original My Brave Unicorn, that means she's completely fucking useless. Ugh, fuck this guy. Anyway, continuing.
Lightning's house was built on the Grand Ruler's orders to have a special, smaller house built for Krista, like a mouse hole near Lightning's bed. Just perfect for one of her size of 7 inches tall.
Wait, she's 7 inches tall and weighs less than a quarter of a pound. Like,
less than half a pound.
Less than half a pound, not less than a quarter, yeah. What? What? Oh my god, the weight dispersion. The weight dispersion. No, this makes no sense. Okay, continuing. Well, that's all of it.
Lightning said, but as tired as he felt, there was no time for them to rest, as he remembered his instructions from the Grand Ruler before they left the palace.
The time has come for you to socialize with others who are more like you. Once you settle into your new home, I want you to venture out and meet some of the good populace. They have all been notified of your arrival and are anxious to meet you. I will help you get off to a fine beginning. Good luck, my student.
This is his version of how My Little Pony should be.
Yes, this is...
First thing you should probably notice is he switched it to a male protagonist.
Yeah, let's see here. First thing I'm going to do to fix this story, no girls allowed except useless sidekicks and love interests. Okay, step 2. Golden horned alicorns.
Tri-horned.
Tri-horned alicorns.
Humanoid.
Anyway, continuing.
I think that description just gave you constipation.
Pretty much, yeah.
So, Lightning and Krista were off. Krista couldn't fly as fast as Lightning, so she simply sat on his head and held on to his golden horn. Soon they arrived at their destination. The central town, at the very center of the kingdom, was Rainbow City Central, the biggest and busiest city in the entire dimension. Tall buildings and business places were all around, and many, many unicorns were all going about their business, going to work, walking their children to school.
I like the idea of them, like...
Because the entire population is alicorns. Therefore, all the people doing this are unicorns.
Oh, right, yeah, no. For some reason, they're interchangeable for him. He's like, oh yeah, it's My Brave Unicorn. They're all unicorns, but they're all also alicorns with wings and horns.
Krista and Lightning couldn't stop admiring the view. Therefore, they kept crashing into things.
Actually, I'm just imagining, like, considering the fact that he gave more of a description to, like, the people than the... He's like, okay, yeah, there's some buildings and there's some stuff. And then there's all the people going around doing their things, bringing their kids to school and stuff. And so I'm just imagining by them saying, like, I'm just enjoying the view, that they're, like, creeping on, like, the people walking around just staring at their butts.
Well,
Like, oh,
I think it's because it's easier to describe what the people are doing by creating a list.
Yep.
Whereas, and that does seem to be how he describes things. Okay, take a list, add items.
Item, check. Anyway.
Kind of reminds me of Fatal in that sense, only with tables instead of lists.
Fuck Fatal. Anyway, but they didn't know.
No, that's exactly what it wants you to do.
Ugh, Fatal games, go fuck yourself. No one else! Don't touch anyone else, you creepy fuckers.
Roll for anal circumference.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You got -3.
You have to succeed on your pissing chart. Oh, Fatal. Oh my god. If it wasn't for all the rape, I'd totally read that as like a thing. Oh my god. Anyway.
I say you may still want to, just with a with like a warning label and
all over it, yeah.
or at least try making a test character and note that the entire game, the only decision actually placed in your hands is your character's name. You roll for everything else.
Yep. Even whatever, continuing.
Yes. Krista and Lightning couldn't stop admiring the view, but they didn't know where to stop first to talk to anyone, or what to do for that matter.
Hey, I've let everyone know that you're coming, and they're all eagerly awaiting you to arrive. Everyone is ignoring you. Apparently,
And you don't know what you're supposed to do.
I'm full of shit right now.
As they walked through a quiet area of the city, where there wasn't much noise, hence the quiet area of the city, they suddenly spotted a large garden with all kinds of plants, vegetables, and beautiful flowers, and other things that I am throwing in this list.
Wow!
Exclaimed Lightning as he gazed at the lovely flowers.
Double wow!
Added Krista as she fluttered around, sniffing. Added Krista as she fluttered around, sniffing the many sensational smells.
God damn it! He's adding multiple speakers to the same paragraph. You son of a bitch!
Yeah, so you have to read ahead to see who's talking.
Yeah, to see who's actually talking in any given scene.
People writing. Yeah. Never do that. New speaker, new paragraph.
Yeah.
Otherwise you confuse the reader.
Smells like.
But then her little nose began to twitch.
Oh shit, they brought back this fucking joke. Krista?
Cried Lightning.
Krista, no!
But Krista had already sneezed.
Achoo! Oh my god.
And even though she was just a little fairy, that single sneeze caused the flowers she sniffed to keel over and lose all of its petals.
Oh, ooh, Jesus Christ. Oh.
Cried Krista. That's when a red alicorn came dashing over.
Oh no! Not again!
He groaned as he gently began to scoop the fallen flower into a pot. After all of its petals are gone and it's kind of implied it's already dead, so it's a little late for that. Krista apologized, but the red unicorn said it wasn't her fault.
Oh, okay. Oh, and then he said... He says it's not his fault in the fucking narration, and then he starts talking, because they always keel over when they make someone sneeze.
Because that's a useful development for it to have.
Yeah, evolution is fucking Darwin is rolling in his skeletal grave. I can fix it, though. No problem. There's no finger There's no finer gardener than me.
I'll just use my gardening necromancy.
Yeah.
Lightning was amused.
I think he's amazed, actually.
Oh
There's a
yes,
Z in there,
Lightning was amazed,
Oh my god. You mean you grew all of this?
he said.
Uh,
The other alicorn nodded.
my name's Buddy Rose. Code number. Fuck you. Code number FT5H. I'm the caretaker of this community garden. I can handle any flower, tree, weed, anything that grows.
Hold on, I
Again-
just want to calculate something really quick.
Yeah, once again, we get
Okay.
code number, letter, number, letter.
I'm just doing.
Oh, God. Yeah, the fucking first Star Trek movie was really boring.
Okay, here's the thing. The Social Security number system we use in the U.S. has 1 billion possibilities. Now, it is just not like mere number. Some of the number slots actually mean things. You know,
Right.
that is less people than there are on Earth.
Yeah.
So if you're now consider that this is at least planet-wide, if not multi-planet. If it's the biggest city in the dimension. Their code number system has 175,760 possibilities,
Oh my God.
putting a very tiny cap on their population.
That's
That, or this, or, you know, maybe they add more at the beginning as they need them, meaning this guy's really, really old. He was like one of the first people that they assigned a number to.
yeah, because he's only got 4 digits. So wow. Wow. Fucking wow. I didn't even realize that you could somehow manage to make your numbering system even stupider after you already began a number system with letters. But
Well, I guess maybe it is possible that each one's alphanumeric, which makes the number possibility bigger, but 4 digits is still too small to have a decent population in there.
yeah. Oh my God. I'm gonna die. I'm going to die.
Yeah, assuming each one can be a letter or number, that's still 1.6 million.
Oh Jesus.
That is smaller than the population of some U.S. cities.
Jesus Christ. Well, I guess it's just because like the entire population is made up of background ponies who have the same code number.
Your code number is LYR4.
I would love that. I'd love that version of MLP where like there's literally just like a rampant cloning thing, and they all have like designations. It's like clone. You are clone. You are a Lyra clone. You are one of the Lyras. Oh my God. Anyway, sure enough is your next line.
And sure enough, in no time at all, the flower Krista had ruined was standing upright again, and Buddy didn't seem to use any form of magic, but rather ordinary gardening.
Huh.
Remarked Lightning, and
Listen.
the audience
Yeah. That's amazing. Oh.
did
by
not
the-
remark the audience.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I'm Lightning Dawn. I know.
Said Buddy.
His Majesty, the Grand Ruler, told everyone to expect you, which is why no one has come to greet you. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he did.
Said Lightning. Buddy hated to dash off, but he had a few other vegetables to take care of.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to impose, but could you do me a really big favor?
He asked while giving Lightning a medium-sized basket of vegetables.
It's not big, it's not small, it's medium. Could you take these to the rainbow? Fuck you. I don't watch the show. I think the show's dumb. I'm not doing anything from the show. Can you take these to the Rainbow Dish Inn? Fucker. When you go through town, please?
And before Lightning could answer, Buddy had gone off.
Thank you.
He called back.
Nice to meet you.
Lightning scoffed softly.
Well, that went well,
Joked Krista. Lightning had to carry that basket all over and got lost a few times.
I should have asked for directions first.
He groaned.
Why don't you sit and... Oh, sorry.
That's Krista.
God damn this fucking story. Why don't you sit and rest?
Krista suggested.
Good idea.
Lightning panted and slumped down on a bench by the fountain, almost dropping the basket.
Yeah, he's got worse directions than me in Equestria Bound. Oh, God. Oh, my arms are tired.
It was times like this Lightning hated the fact that he couldn't do magic, as it meant he couldn't simply levitate the basket to carry it more easily than holding it in his arms and not having to do much of anything.
Strain his brain, yeah.
But then again, that would have been an insult to why he had arms and hands in the first place.
There's a question.
Having magic insults your other body parts.
You know, whenever I do a handstand for like exercise reasons, I always feel bad because I'm insulting my feet for having my hands take their job. And whenever I like have trouble opening something, like opening a bag of chips and end up having to like bite the tag and just tear it open that way, my hands just feel horrible knowing that their job is being taken by an outside employee.
Clearly the solution is to punch a hole through the middle of the bag with your fist.
Clearly. Oh, but then my foot would be annoyed because I usually like to kick things. So, I mean, really, there's no win solution here.
Suddenly, he heard someone say...
Oh, Jesus Christ, who the hell is this? Okay. Yo, excuse me.
The voice belonged to an orange alicorn wearing a red artist's hat.
Which
I'm assuming a beret?
No, I'm just imagining a huge fedora.
It's either a fedora or a beret.
Yeah, either way.
Just up ahead, who was painting on a canvas.
You kind of walked in the way of my scenery.
Groaned Lightning, but then the other unicorn caught the sight of Krista.
Oh my god, is that a fairy?
His eyes lit up like the sun. Oh god, they're on fire!
Oh, my eyes! Hold still, please.
He said with excitement. Krista felt confused, but did as she was told, and in almost no time the artist showed her and Lightning his painting, that he could do incredibly rapidly.
I shall call it Fairy in the Park. It represents the man's inhumanity to man.
Krista thought it was incredible. It looked so real, almost as if she was staring into a mirror, much to Lightning's dismay, that
she's enjoying herself?
No, I think that he then saying something to himself that I think's like it's continuing that sentence into the quote.
Yeah, it made it to his dismay that, quote, I notice I'm not in there.
He said to himself, and he said to himself is a separate sentence.
Who are you?
Because that ends in a period, not a comma.
Who are you anyway?
He then asked. The alicorn introduced himself as Artie, code number HV7J. None of this he actually told in a quote, though, but in narration.
Yeah, he just narrates this. Yeah, only girls are supposed to be...
He was a fine artist who loved to paint, draw, and sculpt. Some even said he could turn anything into a work of art, even garbage.
Some people have...
Show, tell...
Yeah. Some people have called my art extremely pornographic. But it's just because they're so caught up in the mainstream. That's obviously his line. His line is, you should come to my art gallery sometime, both of you.
Krista's eyes lit up.
Oh, we'd love to.
she said.
But we have an errand to run. Well, sorry, no, we just have an errand to. Is Lightning's only line.
Lightning quickly said as he scooped Krista in his white wing.
Let's go,
Let's
Krista.
go, Krista. Oh, yeah, that's you.
Yeah, let's go, Krista.
And he ran off with the basket of vegetables, much to Artie's confusion. But he couldn't wait to tell all his viewers that he had just seen and painted a real-life fairy.
He goes on Tumblr.
Yeah,
Guys, I just met a fairy in real life. It's pretty radical.
Krista thought that was rude of Lightning, but Lightning thought Artie was a little too eccentric, especially how the way he acted as if he had never seen a fairy before. I am so lost in that sentence.
It's a bit eccentric in the way you've never seen a fairy before.
No, in how the way he acted as if he had never seen a fairy before.
What?
But that was pretty much the case, as Krista was the only fairy in the entire dimension. But that wasn't important now. So you're upset that the guy who obviously has never seen... You're upset in the guy how the way he has never seen a fairy before, when it's pretty obvious he never would have had the opportunity to see a fairy.
Yeah, so it's like, hey, I have the only Bigfoot in the world in my room.
Combined stupid with impenetrable grammar.
Yeah, when we go down to Mexico and someone stares at Bigfoot and is like, wow, I've never seen a Bigfoot before, I should feel super offended that he has never seen that he's acting like he has never seen a Bigfoot before, despite the fact that I am willing to admit that there is only ever one Bigfoot and that there's no way he possibly could have seen it before. Wow.
As they turned round the next corner, crash. The vegetables were everywhere. Lightning felt the whole world spinning.
What? Oh, what hit me?
My cabbages!
They took my cabbages!
He groaned. He got up and saw a yellow alicorn that didn't see them as he turned the corner and ran right into them.
What? He did that again?
The time.
So he ran into them,
order of
went
events.
back around the corner, came around the corner again and smashed into him
Still
again.
not seeing them. He apologized to Lightning and Krista in rhyme. Because when you're writing in rhyme, you need to inform the reader that it's going to be in rhyme.
Well, probably because his rhymes are fucking lame. Yo, I'm very sorry to have run into you. That was a very silly thing for me to do. There was a very
Lightning apologized too, but you won't get to hear it because it was just narrated away, as he should have watched where he was going. He then offered to help them both pick up the vegetables, again in narration, and put them back in the basket.
I'll help you is part of my tasks. Who the hell said that? Who the okay, so this is rhyming, despite the fact this is a rhymer. It's in
note that set of lines has a total of 3 quotation marks between them.
Yeah, there's a quotation mark, and then there's another quotation mark, but instead of oh my god! So those are that's supposed to all be
there's
one...
not another quotation
mark.
That's
supposed to all be one.
Wait, unless the next line is narration,
it isn't,
and we have in fact toggled what is and isn't quotes by this extraneous quotation mark.
Yeah, this is so fucking weird. Okay, so, oh my god, this is the worst thing I've. Oh my god, this actually is hurting me. Okay, I'll help you as part of my task. Say, you are Lightning Dawn. May I ask? Oh, yes, I am.
Answered Lightning.
And this is Krista.
Oh, look, that's no longer a code number, but a name.
Yeah, my name is XL7Z, but if you wish, you may call me Rhyme. I'm very pleased to meet you. I love when I meet someone new.
Lightning and Krista could hardly believe the way he was talking so horribly in rhyme.
No. The fucking line is, he couldn't believe the way he was talking so perfectly in rhyme. As far as the author
Isn't that what I said? The way he's talking so horribly in rhyme.
No, the author honestly believes this is perfect rhyming. This motherfucker thinks he's a rhyming god. Fuck. This is lightning now. It's in the same paragraph structure as the rhymer, but now it's lightning. Do you always talk? You always talk that way, and rhyme about what you say?
Asked Lightning, only to quickly realize he had rhymed just like them.
I mean, rhyme all the time.
He did it again. Rhymy chuckled and said,
Dot.
You know what? I'm just going to assume that that's not supposed to be Rhymey and be Rymey, because then the name seems less stupid.
Possibly.
And just assuming somewhere down the line or back in his history, there's something to do with stuff that's really cold.
I guess. Maybe. Anyway.
Because Rhymy is so stupid.
It's pretty fucking stupid no matter what.
Yes, but at least mine is a hint less. Even if it's nonsensical, it
makes me want to kill myself either way, honestly. Anyway.
It makes me want to kill the author instead. I like myself more than him.
Fair. I love to make rhymes, you see, for I write songs and poetry. My whole life speaks this way. It's our passion.
Family.
Yeah. My whole family speaks this way. It's our passion and love to rhyme, we say. My cafe rhyme time is where I usually stay, but I had a few errands to run today.
And throwing in the extraneous word that rhymes with it messes with the meter.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I don't think he has any meter, but it just...
Yeah, if there was a
makes
meter,
it sound even
would
weirder.
Fuck with the meter, but there is no meter.
But there's no meter, so instead it just fucks with the lack of meter.
Yeah, it just makes it all the more noticeable how fucking atrocious these rhymes are. Anyway.
Krista and Lightning never knew anyone who spoke in rhyme before, but it seemed okay to them. But not to us.
No.
It was just his special way of talking, and there was nothing wrong with it a bit. Bullshit.
That honestly just there feels like he's directly commenting to the commenters. He's being like, no, shut up. There's nothing wrong with it. Shut up. It's not annoying. Shut up. Anyway. I hope that again we may chat, but I am busy right now and I must scat.
This thick as scat.
Yeah, this is scat.
Then he flew off, leaving a much confused audience, but amazed Krista and Lightning.
I thought for a second I thought it was gonna say amused and it was gonna be rhyming again, but no, it's confused and amazed.
Did I say amused?
No, you said amazed.
I did. Okay.
Yeah, it's just such a weird this story. Fuck this story. Wow, wow, he's pretty good with rhyme.
Lied Krista. Said Krista.
I wonder what he'll say next time.
Added Lightning. Then he and Krista realized both of them had just made a rhyme again, and they both felt Rhymy's speech pattern were starting to affect them. Nevertheless, they carried on with their errand, and soon they found the place they were looking for, a restaurant with a sign with a picture of a blue alicorn wearing a chef's outfit that read, Cookie Dough's Rainbow Dish.
The fuck? The fuck? Oh, god damn it. Oh, whatever. This is like male out looking for that. My head hurts. Continue though, please. Go on.
Lightning felt so relieved, and he couldn't wait to get rid of the basket of vegetables he had been holding for a while. Since the space alicorns had human-like bodies, which we need to remind you at every opportunity, this meant they required more proper sustenance, unlike natural ponies who ate improper sustenance. Meat, grains, fruits, vegetables, dairy, more listing, and all the rest of it too.
Holy crap! How does this guy, man? Like,
All the rest of it.
how do you write this? What?
Poorly.
Anyway,
And I like how your nutritional requirements are based off your body's shape.
yeah, no. That. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck him. Moving on.
The restaurant was very busy. Alicorns were everywhere. Some who looked as if they'd already eaten were ordering seconds, or just stuffing their faces with more food like an obsession.
So he's saying they're fat then. Is that it? Ugh. They must really been hungry,
Said Krista. Then, as she sniffed the air, she could tell why. The smell of so many wonderful foods.
Oh my. Oh, Jesus Christ. It smells so good. Krista, this is now time for you to be thinking about food.
Snapped Lightning, but then his stomach growled. He had quite forgotten that he hadn't eaten lunch, what with all the moving and distractions he had been having.
On the other hand,
He said. Just then, the big doors to the kitchen opened, and several waiters and waitresses came out holding tureens and trays of delicious hot foods, fresh tossed salads, fruits and pastries, meats, and then... Meat and then is lumped together the same way fruit and pastries are, so it looks like it should be, like, part of the same item.
Yeah, meat and then, like, yeah, so it's meat and something else. The something else is then ...
Yeah. All the customers rose out of their seats and began a gigantic theatrical musical number.
Hey!
Oh, actually, they began applauding as the head chef came out. It was that same blue alicorn from the sign on the restaurant. He wore a chef's hat, apron, and his code number was BP1D. Yet everyone cheered. Heil Cookie Dough! Heil Cookie Dough! Okay, hail, but means the same thing. Cookie Dough graciously reciprocated the applause and cheers from the customers.
Honored guests, your admiration of my humble fare is most appreciated. It fills my heart with joy to fill your stomachs with delight. Eat hearty, everyone.
And exterminate all the juice!
Drink all the juice! I want no more juice in my restaurant!
The customers all cheered and continued to feast, but Lightning followed Cookie Dough into the kitchen.
Excuse me?
He asked. Cookie Dough turned round.
Oh, you must be the new delivery boy. Just set those vegetables down over there in the corner.
Lightning did as he was told, but then said,
Actually, I'm Lightning Dust. I'm Lightning Dawn.
I do believe this was written before Lightning Dust was introduced, so that is just coincidence.
I was desperately trying to put something of quality into this story, but I cannot.
Cookie Dough turned right round like a record baby again in near shock.
Ach, you mean the Lightning Dawn, the Grand Ruler's personal student?
Lightning blinked once.
Yay.
And then his stomach gurgled again. Cookie Dough hated the sounds of stomachs growling in hunger.
I hate them almost as much as I hate juice. Oh my, I won't have this. Not in my restaurant.
He said, and before Lightning knew it, Cookie Dough had given him and Krista a special table right there in the kitchen where they couldn't be seen by the other patrons. Right there in the kitchen, and the two watched him skillfully mix, mash, slice, chop up, and list all of the foods he was going to use to cook with into a perfect meal for them both. It was almost hypnotic to watch.
Fun fact about cooking, unlike, say, like, art, you can't make the argument that someone who's a master cook is someone who's going to be able to turn this shit out super fast, because part of cooking is not turning out, shitty fast food super fast. But no, whatever, fuck it. He's a
unless
master.
he specifically arranged for it to be foods that don't require waiting time, like salads.
Possible,
and
but
stuff.
he's making like this gigantic deal with like tons and tons of foodstuffs. I'm guessing it's a little bit more complicated than a light salad.
It's a heavy salad, using only the weightiest ingredients.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Lightning was served with a well-grilled, well, there goes that idea, juicy,
What?
rare steak with a lovely baked potato that took no time at all, with a small pile of peas and carrots on the side. And Krista had the same kind of meal, only since she was smaller, her food was smaller.
Racist. I'm also imagining. I'm also sort of imagining that now, because we know these guys are carnivores, they're giant horse heads with like sharp, like biting teeth.
I, however,
their steak.
am stuck picturing Krista as Fidget from Dust and Elysian Tale.
Oh, lucky you, because I'm basically just seeing her as fucking Puck from Berserk. Not a wonderful mental image. Oh, anyway. So you're a cook, obviously.
Asked Krista.
Yeah, cookie dough shook is the next line. It is actually also still.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cookie Dough shook his head and explained.
To me, a cook is just a farmer. I am an award-winning master chef. You see, a cook feeds the stomach while a chef nourishes the soul and educates the taste buds. But try the food, you love it.
Because chef is less formal than cook.
Yeah.
Not wanting to be rude.
And being a cook is way less pretentious than being a master chef.
Not wanting to be rude. And also being hungry, as they said earlier. Lightning and Krista took a little nibble from their steaks, and their taste buds went crazy. It tasted so incredibly wonderful. They just had to keep eating until not a morsel was left on their plates, and by the time they were both finished, they felt as if they could hardly move. It was no surprise that was what Cookie Dough was famous for. He could satisfy that sentence.
Yeah.
He could satisfy the appetite of anyone, even if they weren't even hungry, in which case satisfying their appetite would be easy.
Yeah, it'd be super
Job's already
easy.
complete.
I'm a master cook because if someone's not hungry, I can make them not hungry super good.
Customers just begged to have a single sample of his finest cooking. Before Lightning and Krista left, Cookie gave them an invitation he was meant to hand to them upon their arrival. It was an invitation to the town library and observatory, but exactly why or what for, it didn't say.
You were hereby invited to a public space.
No, observatories aren't necessary. I work at a museum, and the observatory is closed most of the time.
Fair enough, but
because
if it's
having it open all the time is useless.
Yeah, true. But if it's a town library, that should be open pretty constantly. Unless you have a really kind of shitty society, or one that has advanced beyond the need for physical books, having a library that's open relatively constantly in a first world, technologically advanced society, and they are in space. They are in fucking space.
Now, on one hand, the idea of the standard library being a public library is really new. Before 150 years ago, if someone said library, they were talking like a university's private library or things that were restricted only to members.
But
But
They are in
this is in
fucking
space.
They are in the space age. They are more technologically and socially advanced than we are. Or socially,
I don't know.
No.
They're more technologically advanced.
yeah.
They give everyone a number,
Okay,
which
so, yeah.
apparently no individual is important enough that they get a unique number because there's only a little less than 200,000 of them.
All right, fair. Okay, so the Grand Fuhrer may not actually necessarily be running a particularly advanced, socially advanced society, but it's still technologically advanced. Apparently not advanced enough to figure out a Kindle, though, but whatever.
So they decided to head straight over. Sentence starting with so in a way that doesn't make following the directions on the invitation. But as they went, they passed by the hospital and someone called out, "Hey, you're reading a run-on sentence."
Yeah, go ahead. You there, hold it.
Lightning turned and saw a white alicorn with a pink mane, wearing a doctor's coat, and a medial cap approaching him.
Okay.
If you know, now, medial means in the middle, but if you know bit of horse anatomy, it refers to the middle of one specific body part.
I don't want to learn anything more. I'm good with learning for the day.
He is wearing a penis hat.
God damn it. It's a she. She is wearing a dick on her head.
Lightning turned and saw a white alicorn. Wait, already.
Yeah. Her ID.
Did I?
Yeah.
Yeah, enemy. Her ID number was Delta Romeo 3 Foxtrot, but everyone knew her as Dr. Penicillian.
But Tish. Are you Lightning Dawn?
She said.
Yeah, I am.
Said Lightning.
Thought so. Come with me, please.
But just another thing, if you're writing, when the end of a quote goes into the rest of the sentence, you end it with a comma. If you end it with a period, you are making them separate sentences. Replied Dr. Penny as she dragged Lightning into the hospital, much to his protest.
Hey, what are you doing?
That,
Oh, sorry, that's not what he asked. He said, hey, what are you?
What are you? I've never seen your species before.
What is this? You don't have a penis under you. What the hell are you? Some sort of female? I've heard of
What's
them
a
in
paladin?
books. What's a paladin? Seriously, like, this is the first lady we've met, and his reaction upon meeting her, like, who isn't a fairy, and his first reaction is, what the hell are you?
What are you? Penny had also been told of Lightning's arrival, but what Lightning hadn't been told before leaving was he was to report to Penny for a physical. So they just kind of hoped that the two would run. Yeah. Or they kind of hoped the two would run into each other in the largest city in the dimension.
Yep, pretty much.
It was his orders that every newcomer to Unicornucopia have to...
Whose orders?
It was his orders that every newcomer to... every newcomer, 2 words, to Unicornucopia, which... Still, that name
That fucking
had
name.
to have one. And that's exactly what Lightning went through. Lightning had a normal physical, all A-OK, but Penny also wanted to test out how strong and fast he really was. So she put Lightning on a treadmill to see how fast he could run, or flutter with weights on his back to see how much he could life. But when it came to the magic test, which was like having a blood test, only different... Why do it? That sentence feels like it was written by Tara Gillespie.
That's amazing.
Penny was most surprised.
What? You don't have any magic at all. That's right. I can't do magic.
Said Lightning.
Yet I'm fit as a fiddle, healthy and need. Can I go?
Healthy and keen.
Healthy and keen. Can I go?
Penny saw no reason why he couldn't. But she wondered something else. About Lightning's golden horn that was a comma splice, and she began to wonder if maybe he was capable of something more. And that was a run-on sentence. If you moved that comma from the one part where I counted to the other, the sentence could work.
Pretty much. Anyway.
Lightning was getting tired of running into so many new grammatical errors. I'm sorry, new faces everywhere he went.
Couldn't I just met them all in one place?
He said.
I'm getting tired, and I would like some time to myself. Ah, come on, Lightning!
Krista reminded him. She reminded him to come on.
Yeah. You're still getting you're still getting know the place. And that's what Grand Ruler said, right? Seriously, right? Because I have no idea what the fuck I just said.
And I don't think the Grand Ruler said anything about getting to know the place either.
Nope.
So that sentence is both grammatically and factually incorrect.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Lightning knew she was right.
Wrong.
And so they continued on their way through town and finally reached the library.
Oh, well, this must be it.
He said as they ventured inside, only to find everything was all dark. They couldn't see anything, you know, like it was all dark, even when Krista used her glow to make a little light.
Oh, this is getting creepy.
She shuddered.
Okay, so it's not just dark in here. It isn't like in the show when like they just came in, it's a surprise party or something. They have cast an unnatural darkness, impenetrable by any light, over the library in preparation to surprise him.
That or Krista's glow really sucks and it's like a glow stick.
Possible.
Where it lights up but it doesn't illuminate anything.
Fair. Anyway.
Lightning, in order to turn on her glow then, do you have to snap her spine?
I hope so. Anyway.
Lightning felt the same, and he got a sick feeling that they weren't alone. Then, all at once, the lights went on, followed by the voices of many, yelling, "Surprise!" Surprise! Balloons and decorations were everywhere as confetti fell from the ceiling, and a big banner that read, "Welcome Lightning Dawn," apparently didn't do anything, because that sentence was setting it up for a verb, and then didn't. It didn't even end the sentence with a period, either.
Shush. Thank you, my friend. You encapsulate my brain damage well. Anyway.
The head of this party was the librarian Inquarius. Her number was... That is, not only is that bad, I think he stole that from Power Rangers.
I think so, too.
Is this character going to talk only in questions?
I don't know. Keep reading. We're almost done, I hope.
Her number was ES4G. She was a gray alicorn and wore half-moon spectacles.
Are you surprised, Lightning?
She asked. Lightning was almost speechless.
This bull?
Before he could say anything else, all the unicorns approached him, introducing themselves and offering him some refreshments, or to join a game, or to even dance, or to make lists with them.
I think I'll just have some punch, please.
Cried Lightning, who really needed to cool off from all the sudden buzz and excitement. So much had already happened to him that day, he hardly ever had any time to himself or to rest, and every time he tried to excuse himself, he would bump into another unicorn and find himself unable to get away.
Krista, help! I need somebody. Help! Not just anybody. Help! You know, I need someone. You, Krista. Let's go. Fucking move it.
He begged, but Krista was a little preoccupied by her own fan crowd of spectators who were amazed to see an actual fairy.
Doing a keg stand.
This time, however, he was less offended about the fact that they were acting like they'd never seen a fairy before. I guess he got used to it.
Yeah, he's gotten over it by now, from the no other people who reacted that way to seeing her.
Then suddenly, all went dark, and the stage curtains at the back of the party lit up, for the entertainment was about to begin.
And now, everyone,
The announcer called.
the
Mystifying.
the mystifying magic of abracadabra.
Just a few letter changes, and we could kill this fic.
I don't even know if this is... I'm actually not sure if this character was in the original or not.
Well,
All the other
maybe
ones
there's
I
a
know
hidden
for a fact-
message. Maybe there's a hidden message. Abracadabra means let it be destroyed.
Hopefully. Anyway, moving on. New Juggernaut.
Poof! A puff of purple smoke puffed. Wow.
And then, quickly.
As if out of nowhere, appeared a purple alicorn, wearing a magician's outfit, hat and cape, and his number was CQ2E, sewn on his tuxedo.
Thank you, thank you.
He said with a kind of English accent, which is not one accent,
Yeah.
so that doesn't really tell us what his accent
Whatever,
is.
I'm gonna do
To the cheering crowd, probably he means RP.
Probably, but I'm not going
However,
to do RP.
you should speak Cockney.
Oh, hell yeah. And now, if I might have a volunteer to help me with my next fantastic trick, please.
No. Cockney. Not,
East End.
not North London. Not East London.
All
Cockney.
right.
With the slang.
And now, if you might have a volunteer to help me with my first trick. Fantastic trick, please.
No. Use slang.
Ah, fuck.
Use-
I don't even remember half the...
Okay. The real trick with Cockney. If it makes no sense for it to be slang for a word, it's probably slang for a word.
Right. Fuck it, I'm not even gonna fucking bother with this. Like, this is already like a dozen characters.
If I'm gonna have a rabbit to help me with my first fantastic keyboard...
No, I'm not gonna try and come up with, like, new words for each of these fucking characters. There's like a million characters in this fucking story. All with their own...
Since Lightning was the guest of honor, you can bet the crowd was urging him to go. Yes, the crowd is urging him to go, shoving him up on stage despite his protests.
Well... Lightning... Oh, sorry. Oh, this is the
Other
yeah,
British
yeah.
accent.
Yeah. Well, Lightning Dunn, how wonderful I am to meet you.
Said Abra.
Oh yeah, charmed.
Said Lightning. The first trick was the old magic box. Lightning stepped in. The door was shut. Abra tapped each of his hooves twice. The door opened and Lightning was gone.
Ooh.
Lists were made. Went the crowd, and Abra then partook of his hat.
Yes.
And gave it a tap, and plop.
Oh.
Plop!
Shit everywhere.
Lightning fell out of it and onto the stage. The crowd cheered for both Abra and Lightning.
Holy shit, we've been doing this for 3 fucking hours already.
I got 2.5, and that includes Equestria Bound.
Yeah, I know. I'm including Equestria Bound. Just like,
Yeah. It was a good thing, after which everyone was so preoccupied watching the show and the entertainment that Lightning and Krista could finally slip off deeper into the library to have some quiet time instead of having to talk to someone new every 10 seconds. "I'm going to go book browsing," Krista said. That is not a quote, that is narration.
Want some company?
Lightning offered.
"Oh, no thanks. I'm okay. I'll be okay,"
replied Krista as she flew off. Lightning had a good idea of what Krista was looking for, and he hoped she would find it. Is this going to be
fairy
pervy?
porn. Lots of fairy porn.
Lightning could only sigh, and then he turned to gaze out a window. The night has certainly come quickly. But then again, he did have a very busy day, so time just flew by.
The night have started to fall.
Lightning knew this was the Grand Ruler's doing. He always brought in the most beautiful nights. But Lightning's daydreaming was interrupted when a book fell down and landed right beside him.
Oh?
It was an ordinary book on astronomy.
Oh, guys. Fucking hell. How many fucking characters are in this story?
At least one more.
Okay. Is anyone down there?
Yeah. Enough that I lost track of all of them when I was trying to give them individual voices.
Yeah.
Called a feminine voice form up a spiral flight of stairs.
Yes.
Lightning called...
Yeah.
The way that's written, I'm not quite sure if that's supposed to be like narration in quotes or if that's actual quote.
I don't know. Who cares? Is this your book? Yes. Could you bring it up to me, please?
Lightning flew up to the top instead of climbing the stairs.
Yeah, I'll do that instead. Fuck it, murder.
What?
Yeah, no, keep going. I'm just gonna change your voice.
Okay. And emerged in the observatory on top of the library, which was rather only but a single room, much like an attic.
Let's see. Oh shit, I forgot how Miss said it. Fuck. I've been doing this for too long already. I'm starting to, like, lose focus. Whatever, fuck it, back to French. Oh, thank you very much.
Said the voice. Lightning turned round and saw the voice belonged to the most beautiful alicorn he had ever seen.
The most electrifying alicorn he's ever seen.
She was white and had a voluminous violet sparkling mane, long eyelashes which glittered when she blinked. Her armor sparkled like the very stars themselves. That is... She was looking through her telescope up at the night sky. Lightning felt all strange and soft inside. It's called an erection.
Yeah, I have an erection. I didn't see you at the party.
Lightning said.
Oh, I didn't feel like it. I can't stop looking at the stars.
Seriously, my eyes are glued to the telescope.
Yes.
Said the young bear.
Oh, what's your name?
Asked Lightning. The unicorn looked at him and spoke softly.
My name is Shalal. Shalal Shine. I decode KY1M. Who are you?
I love how everyone introduces themselves with their ID code, and then no one ever uses it again.
Yeah.
That's like introducing yourself with your social security number.
Pretty much.
Well, except less useful because it's clearly not unique.
True. Anyway, continuing.
He hesitated for a minute as he found himself lost in Starla's eyes.
Oh, I'm Lightning Dawn, code A0OC.
The O0.
Oh, A0C.
Okay, and yet it's definitely always letter, number, so it's the version that has less than 200,000 possibilities.
Yep. Lightning,
Starla said softly. The two of them seemed to get along well for having just met. That way, we don't have to give them character development. Starla explained she loved to look at him... No, Starla explained she loved to look at the stars, because to her they were just so mystical and held many secrets, almost like they could tell you a story or give advice.
I'm going to kill myself.
She kept all her sightings in a notebook, which she had with her, and showed Lightning all the many constellations and outer systems she had discovered. You discovered constellations. Which the sole reason that we have the constellations we have is because they're tradition. You don't really discover new ones.
I'm drawing lines in the stars. They're pretty.
And outer systems she had discovered. Some that even dated back to a time when the Grand Ruler fought off the evil sorcerer 1,000 years ago and sealing him away.
Fuck, I just remembered there's 5 different recurring villains in the original, and I'm betting they all come back for this one. Oh, God, there's so many fucking characters.
It was the time he fought off, past tense, and sealing him away, present tense.
Yep. Jesus Christ. Oh, fuck. God damn it. This next line. Lately, I have been trying to discover more constellations or something new.
I'm trying to look at the stars and draw lines again.
Well, that's what's out there. Well, what's out there tonight?
Asked Lightning. Starla took a peek through her telescope. At first she saw nothing but the same old stars, but then...
Oh, God, I'm so bored of the same old stars. But then... Wait a minute, what is this? What is that?
That is the sun going supernova. We're all going to die.
My God, it's the sun!
She spotted a strange sort of light, but it definitely wasn't a star. It looked as if it were moving, like a plane, or a helicopter, or a starship, or many other things they would have that would have to be flying through space, through the sky. And aren't they in a city, where that's just about the only stuff you'd see due to light pollution?
And actually, even for that, even ignoring that, do you know what looks like a star and is moving? A shooting star. That's why they're called that.
Or a planet.
Yeah. Moving on.
I believe on average, the planet Jupiter is reported as a UFO about 6 times a year.
Wow. Wow. Oh my God.
I scrolled. Okay. Lightning could soon see it with his own eyes.
Whatever it is, I think it's coming right at us.
Suddenly, there was a large tremor followed by strikes of dark lightning with a very loud and sinister laughing sound. That is the weirdest thunder ever.
Yeah. Boom! Ha ha ha! Boom! Ha ha ha! What's happening?
Cried Lightning.
Oh!
Cried Starla. They could hear the other ponies screaming down below, and dashed down to see what was going on.
Lightning!
Called Krista.
What's going on? Oh, fuck, it's inquisitorial, what the hell did... hey, can this be? No, wait,
Cried Inquarius.
It's Inquarius, it's like, can it... fuck, what was it, can it be? Fine.
Cried Inquarius.
No, fuck, that's fucking... Ah, damn it! Too many characters! Ah! Are there... No, fuck, why am I keep on trying to make her fucking fucking Starla? Is the rumors true? Whatever, don't care. Just move on. It's almost 3 hours now, just keep going.
The doors flew open, letting strong winds into the palace as the windows shattered. Everyone was running about in panic as a large flash of lightning and big roar of thunder rumbled. Then, there, on the stage, appeared a tall human-shaped figure dressed in black robes, shoulder guards, and a dark hood atop completely concealing his face within shadows, except his eyes, his red and evil glowing in the darkness within the hood. Lists are magic.
Fucking glorious.
Lightning could barely speak as he just stood there, gawking at the evil creature as it spoke.
I am Titan, Lord and Master of all darkness, and bringer of chaos and nightmares to the dimensional universe. Long have I waited for this day, that I would finally escape my prison and return to finish what I'd started.
You know, the fact that they've now explicitly mentioned that there are other dimensions, called the dimensional universe, is an even dumber name.
Yeah.
His appearance seemed familiar to Lightning, and that's when he made the comparison to the old stories.
You?
Snarled Lightning.
You're the one I've been hearing of from the stories. The same evil the Grand Ruler banished to the Dark Planet.
Titan Chuckle Evil. Titan Chuckle Evil.
Oh, God.
Noun, noun, noun.
Yeah. Ha ha ha! But alas, the seal cannot hold me prisoner forever. Your Grand Ruler should have finished me off when he had the chance. Now his mistake shall be the beginning of the undoing of my first act of vengeance for being sealed away for all these centuries.
He raised his monstrous hands up high, unleashing powerful bolts of energy everyone to further frighten everyone, and his evil laugh echoed.
Ha ha ha! The world and all that reside here shall feel the wrath of darkness.
You know, the voice you gave that character just gave him more personality.
Really, it did. I was originally going to...
He was generic dark villain.
I was originally going to give him like the super generic evil villain voice, but here's the thing: he is so generic that it's like no. Yeah,
I did read this once myself, and the voice I gave was more, "This world and all that reside here shall feel the wrath of my darkness."
Oh, jeez, that's really good. I just like the idea of like, because if he's anything like the villains from the first one, he's just going to be this total incompetent who keeps on failing and throwing more and more of his own.
Well,
because
this guy's heroes can't fail ever. They can't have any setbacks.
Oh, no, exactly. But my thought is, if he's just going to keep on throwing wave after wave of his own minions at the enemy until they reach their preordained enemy kill limit, then he's going to be Zap Brannigan, hero of the Dark Realm.
I figured that if I just kept sending more minions after them, they'd eventually be buried under corpses and become unable to move.
My plan is simple.
Unless they can
fill up
fly.
the entire planet with corpses. That way, eventually, they run out of space and suffocate under the piles of dead.
Or you just get enough that it collapses in on itself into a black hole. Problem solved.
Anyway, oh Jesus Christ! It ends with a promo.
In our next episode, Titan unleashes his wrath by kidnapping several ponies in an attempt to use them to increase his power. Lightning tries to help, but his newfound friends, who are fighters of Starfleet, advise him to stay out of the way. Ignoring their warning, Lightning sets off to prove that he's capable of doing more than he seems, only to run into more traps and tricks along the way. Will Lightning and his friends be able to stop Titan before he does any serious damage? Don't miss the next exciting episode of WrestleMania 23!
We actually hemorrhaged viewers in the last few minutes, which is great. This is entirely appropriate. Oh god. Okay. Well, fuck it. Fuck it. We'll see you all next week for more Equestria Bound and possibly even more of this bullshit.
I'm dizzy.
Yeah. And next week we will return to Let's Read Living the Dream once once Cabral and Soundspeed return from Fiesta Equestria. Till then, you will see y'all later, bitches.